Every mountain, every ocean, every living creature, and every human has a story. A story that began 4.54 billion years ago. For billions of years, Earth has been changing, from a burning world of fire to the only known planet filled with life. This is the incredible story of our home. Our story begins about 4.6 billion years ago, inside a giant cloud of gas and dust drifting through the Milky Way galaxy. Gravity slowly pulled this cloud together. As it collapsed, the center became hotter, brighter, and more powerful every second. Then, something extraordinary happened. Nuclear fusion ignited, and our sun burst into life, flooding the young solar system with light. Around the young sun, billions of tiny rocks and dust particles crashed into one another. Over millions of years, they slowly began to stick together. These growing worlds, called planetesimals, collided again and again, becoming larger with every impact. One of these growing worlds would become our home. The early Earth was finally beginning to take shape. But this newborn Earth was nothing like the planet we know today. It was a violent world of fire, lava, and constant destruction. The surface of the young Earth was an ocean of molten rock. Temperatures were so extreme that no life could survive. Then, a giant world about the size of Mars raced toward Earth. Scientists call this lost planet Theia. The collision was one of the most violent events in Earth's history, releasing unimaginable energy in a single instant. The glowing debris circled Earth for thousands of years, before slowly coming together to form our moon. After the giant impact, Earth remained a scorching world. But over millions of years, the surface slowly began to cool. Steam rising from countless volcanoes filled the atmosphere. As the planet cooled, that steam condensed into clouds. Then the rain began. It didn't fall for days or years. It poured for millions of years, slowly filling Earth's surface with water. At last, the first oceans appeared. For the first time in Earth's history, the conditions for life were beginning to emerge. Beneath the ancient oceans, something extraordinary happened. Tiny single-celled organisms appeared, marking the beginning of life on Earth. These simple microbes survived by feeding on chemicals from deep-sea volcanic vents, thriving in a world without oxygen. Millions of years later, a new type of organism evolved. These tiny cyanobacteria discovered the power of sunlight. Through photosynthesis, they released oxygen into the atmosphere, forever changing the future of our planet. For hundreds of millions of years, oxygen slowly filled Earth's atmosphere. This event transformed the planet forever. With oxygen available, more advanced cells evolved. They could produce far more energy than ever before. Soon, single cells began working together, forming the first simple multicellular organisms in Earth's oceans. Life had taken its first giant step. The stage was now set for an explosion of incredible new creatures. About 541 million years ago, life suddenly exploded in diversity. Scientists call this incredible event the Cambrian explosion. For the first time, creatures developed eyes, shells, legs, and powerful hunting abilities. Evolution was accelerating like never before. One of the ocean's first superpredators was Anomalocaris, a fast and deadly hunter, unlike anything before it. Meanwhile, armored creatures called trilobites covered the ocean floor, becoming one of Earth's most successful early animals. As millions of years passed, the first true fish evolved. They became the ancestors of nearly every vertebrate alive today. Then came another incredible milestone. tiny green plants began spreading across the empty land for the very first time. Over millions of years, these small plants grew into vast forests, transforming Earth's landscape forever.
The oxygen-rich world allowed giant insects to thrive. Some dragonflies grew as large as modern-day eagles.
Some fish adapted to life on land. Over millions of years, they evolved into the first amphibians, capable of living in both water and on land. Soon, reptiles evolved with strong eggs that could survive on land, allowing them to spread across the planet. By this time, nearly all of Earth's land had merged into one enormous supercontinent. This landmass was known as Pangaea. Then, about 252 million years ago, eruptions triggered the greatest mass extinction in Earth's history, wiping out nearly 90% of all species. Life refused to give up. After the greatest extinction in Earth's history, a new group of animals slowly began to rise, the dinosaurs.
The earliest dinosaurs were small, fast, and agile. But over millions of years, they evolved into the giants that would rule the Earth.
As the Jurassic period began, Earth transformed into a warm world, covered with vast forests, rivers, and giant fern-filled landscapes.
For nearly 165 million years, dinosaurs became the undisputed rulers of the planet, dominating every continent on Earth. Some dinosaurs grew to unimaginable sizes. Towering above the forests, Brachiosaurus could reach heights taller than a 4-story building.
Not every dinosaur relied on size. Stegosaurus carried massive plates and a spiked tail, making it a formidable defender. But where there were giants, there were hunters. Allosaurus was one of the top predators of the Jurassic world. Every day was a battle for survival. Predators hunted, herbivores fled, and nature maintained its delicate balance. The skies were ruled by enormous flying reptiles called pterosaurs. Some had wingspans as wide as a small airplane. Beneath the waves, gigantic marine reptiles hunted through ancient oceans, making the seas just as dangerous as the land.
Millions of years later, a new predator appeared.
Tyrannosaurus rex would become one of the most powerful hunters Earth had ever seen.
Standing over 40 feet long with crushing jaws and razor-sharp teeth, T-Rex became the king of the late Cretaceous world.
But far beyond Earth's peaceful skies, a silent threat was already racing through space. A giant asteroid was on a collision course with our planet. The asteroid measured nearly 10 kilometers across and was traveling faster than 73,000 kilometers per hour. Nothing on Earth could stop it.
As the asteroid entered Earth's atmosphere, it became a blazing fireball, brighter than the sun itself. The age of dinosaurs was about to end.
Then came the impact. In a single moment, the collision released more energy than billions of nuclear bombs, changing Earth forever.
Within hours, massive wildfires spread across continents. Thick clouds of ash and dust blocked the sun, plunging Earth into darkness.
Without sunlight, temperatures dropped rapidly. Plants died, food chains collapsed, and survival became nearly impossible. Nearly 75% of all species vanished. The reign of the dinosaurs had finally come to an end. But while the giants disappeared, tiny mammals survived. Hidden underground, they were about to inherit the Earth. With the dinosaurs gone, mammals spread across the planet. Over millions of years, they evolved into countless new species. Forests returned, flowers spread across the land, and Earth's ecosystems became richer and more diverse than ever before. As the climate continued to change, giant mammals appeared. Mammoths, giant sloths, and saber-toothed cats roamed the Earth. Then, the planet entered a new chapter. Massive glaciers expanded across continents, beginning the Ice Age. The Ice Age transformed the planet. Towering glaciers covered vast lands, while only the toughest animals could survive the freezing world. Among these frozen lands, early humans learned to survive by working together, building shelters and mastering fire.
Over hundreds of thousands of years, human intelligence grew. Our ancestors developed language, tools, and the ability to adapt to almost any environment.
At last, Homo sapiens emerged, a species that would eventually reshape the entire planet and even reach beyond it. Earth had given birth to humanity, but the greatest chapter was only beginning. In Part 2, witness the rise of civilizations and humanity's journey to the stars.
The story is far from over. Part 2 is coming soon. Subscribe to Epoch Studios and continue the incredible journey through the history of our world.